without any further ado, what I would like to do now is to introduce Rebecca King, Kathleen McLean and Nadine Cockroach. Rebecca will actually start by providing a presentation on East Metropolitan Health Service. Over to you. Thanks, Rebecca.
Thanks very much, Jenny. Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca King. I'm the Grad Program Coordinator out at Bentley Health Service, which is part of the Royal Perth Bentley Group. And together with my colleagues Kathleen, Nadine, Marie and Corrine, we run all of the East Metropolitan Health Service graduate programs. Now, it's only going to be myself that you're going to be seeing for the presentation because my colleagues will be able to answer any questions that you may have in the breakout rooms. Also, if you've got your phones handy, we will have QR codes throughout that will just lead you to some more information at our different sites. So let's get started. Right. So to start with, I would like to acknowledge and recognise the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation as the traditional owners of the land on which we learn and work today. We acknowledge the Whadjuk people have a continuing spiritual and cultural connection to this land, and we pay respects to elders past, present and future. So our vision at East Metropolitan Health Service is Korda Mort Morja Kwabadak, healthy people, amazing care. Our vision captures the essence of what we do and what we inspire each others to do every day, which is show compassion, dedication and professionalism. As a health service which celebrates diversity of culture and languages, it is also important that our vision could be shared in the Noongar language. What we do makes a difference to the lives of people in our community, and our values reflect how we expect each other to conduct themselves every day. So if you become part of East Metropolitan Health Service, we want you all to behave with kindness, show excellence, respect, integrity, collaboration, and be accountable for the care that you provide to our community. East Metropolitan Health Service delivers the specialist state trauma service and provides a range of medical, surgical, emergency, rehabilitation and primary health services to adults and children, including ambulatory care, coronary care, cancer care, emergency services, intensive and high dependency care, mental health services, paediatric care, obstetric and neonatal services, palliative care, primary health, rehabilitation and aged care. So as you can see, any facet of nursing that you'd like to do is on offer within East Metropolitan Health Service. So our hospital network is quite wide. So we are in the east side of main Perth metropolitan area, and we cover Royal Perth Hospital, Armidale Health Service, St John of God Midland Public Hospital, Bentley Hospital, Kalamunda Hospital, and Wangan Kartup, which is the adult Aboriginal mental health unit based out at Greylands. So some information about the Armidale Kalamunda Group, your path to a brighter future. So Armidale Kalamunda Group comprises of Armidale Health Service and Kalamunda Hospital. They enjoy the benefit of being part of a bigger network of excellent hospitals, which is part of EMHS, while retaining their unique identity and relaxed working environment with a genuine family-friendly work practice. All the staff that work in AKG are very proud of their hospitals and all that they offer, and they'd love for you to be part of their group too. So Armidale Health Service. EMHS incorporates Armidale Hospital and Armidale Mental Health Service and is one of Australia's leading public hospitals delivering quality health care to the community. The services that they provide and which you may be placed in as a graduate are aged care, general medicine, general surgery, obstetrics and gynecology, intensive care, mental health, adult and older adult, paediatrics and neonates, renal and dialysis, rehabilitation and subacute care. So they have a very broad range of areas that graduates are exposed to as part of their program. Kalamunda Hospital is the smaller of the two and is a district hospital which offers specialised medical care including palliative care and elective surgery. So it's located in the Darling Scarp at the eastern limits of Perth, and has 22 active beds at a day procedure unit. And having visited it, it's up in the hills and it's a very beautiful hospital with a gorgeous aspect to Perth and the metro area. So there are many benefits to working at Armidale Hospital. First of all, there's free parking at both sites. There's a great online learning and management portal. You will also be given the opportunity of structured education and induction processes. There's access to the employee assistance program. They also have a great staff wellness program that our graduates enjoy being part of. There's a range of specialties that you may be placed in as a graduate and have exposure to. There's a clinical advancement program, so they develop our graduates and move them forward to their graduate years and beyond. They offer monthly education sessions and additional study days. And there's a dedicated nursing and midwifery education service as well. As you can see, Armidale and Kalamunda Group have a variety of graduate programs, all of which are 64 hours per fortnight, except for some of their more specialist areas of perioperative and endoscopy. So they offer a 12-month enrolled nurse program, 12-month registered nurse program, 12-month registered midwife program, a 12-month theatre program, a 12-month mental health program, 12-month endoscopy program, 12 months in the emergency department, and also a 12-month intensive care program. So if you've been thinking about areas such as perioperative ED or ICU, Armidale is a great option for you. So the educators and the staff at Armidale really love working there, and they have some great access to various different teams, including the simulation team. So they offer a wide options of learning, education and opportunities, and the education team is very much involved in what they do. So this is just an example of the simulation team. So graduates will have the opportunity to be exposed to different modalities in education, either in the classroom, in the simulation centre, or on the wards, because we like to offer you a broad range of experiences while you're part of our group. Just some of our nurses and our graduates that are working with us. As you can see, they're all very, very happy because they love working at Armidale or Kalamunda. And you'll also notice that we've got midwives there as well, because we have a very good midwifery program for our graduate midwives. So a little bit more about the programs at Armidale and Kalamunda. So the 12-month enrolled nurse program is comprehensive, and graduates will develop their nursing career across a variety of different areas in both general and mental health. The 12-month registered nurse program is also a general program which delivers a range of clinical experiences across the hospital, and rotations may include medical, surgical, rehabilitation, subacute medical, same-day unit, mental health, paediatrics, or palliative care. The 12-month registered midwife program offers a comprehensive midwifery program to develop your midwifery career, Armidale Health Service. The unit is comprised of inpatient ward, labour and birth suite, antenatal assessment unit, antenatal clinics, visiting midwifery service, and the neonatal unit. Graduate midwives will have the opportunity to rotate through all of these areas, and there may also be the opportunity to work within the midwifery group practice. They also have a 12-month perioperative program for registered nurses, and this is for those staff or those graduates that really want to work in theatre nursing. So the curriculum will include a program in general surgery, obstetrics, gynecology, urology, orthopaedics, and the post-anaesthetic care unit, also known as the recovery room. So you'll get experience in scrub, scout, and recovery skills. The mental health department has 4 inpatient wards ranging from older adult to acute mental health. Mental health also consists of an outpatient and community network which incorporates the Mead Centre and the Eudora Street as well. Services include inpatient and community consultation, assessment and treatment for moderate to severe mental illness, and there are individual, group and family therapy sessions along with education on mental health disorders and management strategies. So for those of you interested in mental health, Armidale may also be a good option for you to consider. So the recruitment information. So programs at Armidale and Kalamunda typically commence annually in February and in August. So to be considered for a program at AKG on the grad program, you must register through Grad Connect, and Grad Connect, I believe, opens in March next year. So that is the program that you will be wanting to actually register through for August 2024 and February 2025 programs. So for further information, you can scan the QR code up on your screen at the moment, and this would send you through to the internet page that Armidale and Kalamunda have set up, which provides some more information about their graduate programs. Okay, so let's move on to the Royal Perth Bentley Group, a pathway to success. So Royal Perth Bentley Group, or RPBG, is part of EMHS and comprises of Royal Perth Hospital and Bentley Health Service. We're very excited you'll be joining us and encourage you to embrace the many professional development opportunities that are offered throughout our organisation to enhance your nursing career. Bentley Health Service, which is where I work, and is a fabulous hospital and a great start for anyone wanting to transition to after university and after TAFE. So Bentley Health Service is a specialist hospital that provides specialist care in rehabilitation, aged care, elective surgery, maternity and mental health. Our services include rehabilitation and subacute care, aged care, obstetrics and gynecology, although we are not offering a graduate midwifery program at this stage, elective surgery, youth mental health, adult mental health, older adult mental health, and community mental health that covers a variety of different areas. Royal Perth Hospital is Western Australia's longest serving hospital, dating back to 1829. RPH provides emergency, medical and surgical services and is the home to the nationally renowned State Adult Major Trauma Unit and the new Health in a Virtual Environment, or HIVE service. This is a great new service that started within the last 12 months that allows patients to be monitored from a hub, and then that information is fed through to the nurses on the ward. So there may not be a nurse in the room, but there's someone that's assessing the patient and monitoring them to look for any clinical deterioration or any issues. There are many benefits to working within the Royal Perth Bentley Group. First of all, you get free parking out at Bentley, which is always a plus. We employ registered nurses and enrolled nurses. We have a structured orientation and induction process. We also offer online learning management system for you to be able to access any mandatory skills or other education programs. We have an employee assistance program. We also have a staff wellness program as well, and they regularly come and speak to our graduate nurses just to see how you're all settling into both sites. We have a range of clinical specialties to allow you development in different areas. We offer additional study days. We have fortnightly education sessions that we call facilitated learning sessions, and these are on professional or clinical topics and are presented by experts in their areas. And we have a dedicated nursing and midwifery education service. You will be supported by the graduate program coordinators as well as educators in your area. So the key features of the RPBG programs are support, socialisation and facilitated learning. So for support, we like to offer support nurses in the clinical areas that work collaboratively with our staff development nurses, and they will be working with you in the initial weeks. And this is just to help you feel more settled and that you feel welcome, valued and develop a sense of belonging. We also offer socialisation, which is where we have regular sessions with you so you can acquire knowledge, skills and a good identity as a nurse. And we offer facilitated learning where, apart from our induction program, we also offer other education opportunities to develop you throughout your program with us. So we have programs for registered and enrolled nurses. We offer 6-month and 12-month programs. So a 6-month program would be just a single rotation and your contract would be for 72 hours or 9 shifts a fortnight. And for our 12-month program, this usually includes 2 rotations of 6 months duration and the contract is also for 72 hours. We also offer a small amount of 12-month single area programs in operating theatres, ED and also ICU. There are many different areas that our graduates have the opportunity to work in clinical areas such as medical, surgical, rehabilitation, mental health, which includes a secured unit, adult mental health, older adult, youth for 16 to 24 years, and graduates in mental health that undertake the mental health program also have the unique opportunity to work in community areas as well, which normally is reserved for those experienced clinicians that are clinical nurses. And we have specialty areas, the operating theatre, recovery, endoscopy suite, imaging, intensive care unit, emergency department, CCU cardiology, medical day unit and outpatients. So the 6 or 12-month mental health enrolled nurse program. This mental health specific program is designed for enrolled nurses interested in only mental health at this stage and includes 1 or 2 6-month rotations in mental health. If mental health is not the area you want to go into, then you would be interested in the 6 or 12-month Royal Perth Bentley Group enrolled nurse program. This program includes 1 or 2 6-month rotations in either medical, surgical, rehabilitation, or potentially mental health, depending on what's available specialty-wise. We also run a 6 or 12-month mental health RN program, which includes 1 or 2 6-month rotations. Graduates are given the opportunity to see response simulation workshop, and we also encourage our registered nurses undertaking this program to explore postgraduate options. It would be self-funded, but we also provide opportunity for you to take any excess study leave as you need to. And the last program we have is our 6 or 12-month Royal Perth Bentley Group registered nurse program. So this program provides RNs with clinical placements in a diverse range of clinical specialties, including medical, surgical, rehabilitation, mental health, or specialty areas such as operating theatres, ICU and ED. Now, just some additional information for anyone that is placed out at Bentley. This program will include 6 months in general health, so medical, surgical or rehab, and 6 months in mental health. So it's got the unique perspective of being a comprehensive program. So common questions about Royal Perth Bentley Group. Question 1, if I want a graduate program with RPBG, do I need to place RPBG as number 1 in Grad Connect? Now, answer that is yes, you do. If you want to come to us, then we recommend you put us as your first preference. We usually fill in our first round, although if we do have the opportunity to expand our numbers, we may go to second round. So what happens after my application goes into Grad Connect? So what will happen at that time is we will send you an email acknowledging that we have actually accepted your application, and I do apologise, the actual computer's lagging a little bit. And then we will ask you to have a look at what's going on. Can I request clinical areas for my Royal Perth Bentley Group program? Yes, you do have the option of putting in preferences. However, these are only preferences. And we will send you a survey that asks you to list the areas that you're interested in. And we take your preferences, your selection criteria, and your performance at interview into consideration. However, allocation to areas is based on the need of the service and the need of the hospital. How are interviews conducted at Royal Perth Bentley Group? So applicants are shortlisted for interview, are sent a calendar invite, and we hold our interviews online using the MS Teams app. If you are not shortlisted or successful to the graduate transition program, we encourage you to seek feedback from one of us, from the coordinators, and we will help you with any future applications in that feedback. Can I request to work at Royal Perth or Bentley? And this is a common question that we do get asked. We will discuss your preferences at interview. However, your preference does not guarantee a position at a specific site. We are Royal Perth Bentley Group, so you could be placed at Royal Perth or at Bentley. And graduates are allocated at both sites, and positions will be based on hospital and service requirements. How do I get a graduate placement in theatres? So the allocation of specialty areas is based on an individual graduate's clinical areas of interest, the graduate's written application, and their performance in interview. If operating theatres is what you're interested in doing, you will need to apply to the Royal Perth Bentley Group registered nurse pool, and you will then select operating theatres as one of your preferences when we send you the survey if you've been shortlisted for interview. How do I get a graduate placement in Royal Perth ICU or ED? So as per the operating theatres one, allocation to specialty areas is based on your area of interest as well as your written application and performance at interview. But please be aware that ICU and ED are very highly prized areas, and they're always very, very popular. So the best thing to do is to do well in your selection criteria and also an interview, and make sure that you do put those areas as your first preferences so that we're aware that that's where you'd like to work. So what happens at the end of the grad program? So at the end of your graduate program, in the last couple of months, there will be an employment process for graduates following the completion of their program. And in that program, we'll ask you for preferences, and we try and link up your preferences to where there's availability within the Royal Perth Bentley Group. Now that could be at Bentley or it could be at Royal Perth. And just because you do your grad program at one hospital doesn't mean that you can't transition to the other hospital after your graduate program. Can I work part-time? There is an option to reduce your work hours, but we do stipulate minimum working hours. But ideally, we would like you to work your 72-hour contract in the initial weeks to consolidate your clinical skills and time management. We usually allow graduates to reduce down to 64 hours a fortnight, which is 4 days a week, but we also need to get approval from the nurse unit manager to ensure that they're happy with that. So for recruitment information, the RPBG graduate programs commence annually in February, April this year. For this year and for next year, we will be having an April program, and August. So for the next Grad Connect that opens, we'll be recruiting for August 2024 programs and February 2025. To be considered for a position on the RPBG graduate program, you must register online through Grad Connect. And for any information about the opening dates, please refer to Grad Connect. So for further information on either of our programs, we do have the QR codes that you can scan, and they will take you through to our internet site. And they also have the information for the graduate program coordinators, and we're happy for you to send us any emails with any other information. One thing that we will also offer with EAST is we know that many of the students haven't all had placements at either Armidale, Kalamunda, Bentley or Royal Perth. If you'd like us to give you a tour or to provide you with any other information, please get in contact with us, because we're happy to show you around and talk through what our program actually offers. Right, so we look forward to welcoming you to RPBG, and if there are any questions, please pop them in the Q&A now. Otherwise, you will be able to meet Armidale on floor 4 or Royal Perth Bentley Group on floor 3 when we have our next breakout session at 1:30 this afternoon.
Thanks so much, Rebecca, for that presentation about East Metro Health Service. We've now got about 10 minutes for questions and answers. If anyone would like to address questions, just pop them into the chat, and Rebecca will be able to assist.
So question 1, can we choose 6-month or 12-month streams at RPBG, or is it just allocated? No, you can choose that. We do ask at interview if you're interested in a 6-month or a 12-month program. We try and accommodate preferences where we can, But usually it's a lot of people want to do a 12-month stream, but we don't have 12 months available. So we will negotiate with you to do a 6-month with us instead. Okay, so with the parent and infant ward, that's a question I will need you to direct to Kathleen in the breakout session. I'm not familiar if Armidale Health Service actually offers that as a preference or as an option. Likewise with the Cancer Centre, so if there's any questions specifically about Armidale, unfortunately I'm not in a position to answer anything that's too specific about that program, but Kathleen will be your go-to person for that. And yes, so with the next question, yes, I believe that Armidale Health Service, Mental Health, and Armidale Kalamunda Service General Program are two separate pools. So if there's two separate pools, you can put preference 1 and preference 2 for those. As far as I'm aware, Midlands St John of God's Public Hospital is not offering a graduate program. The private hospital does, but the public hospital at the moment isn't one program that we actually run through East. Our graduate programs are only through Armidale Kalamunda Group, which is Armidale Health Service and Kalamunda District Hospital, and Royal Perth Bentley Group, which is Royal Perth Hospital and Bentley Health Service. So the grad coordinators, so if you weren't able to scan the QR codes, you can look at either the on the internet. So if you just key in Armidale Health Service or Bentley Health Service or Royal Perth Hospital and go into nursing, there will be a link that leads you to nursing education and graduates, and you will find the graduate program coordinator details in there. Alternatively, you could email Grad Connect and they'll be able to link you in with one of us. With the are you able to choose 2 preferences within Armidale, that's something that Kathleen will have to let you know. I'm not sure what her preference process is, but usually you will do 2 rotations, which includes 2 different areas. So if we put down a preference, what is the likelihood of working in that area? It all depends on the availability of positions in that area and how many other graduates have preferenced it. So if we have 30 graduates all wanting to work in ED, that's just not going to be a possibility because we may only have 10 positions available in ED. And on that, that's when we then look at how people perform an interview, what your prior experience as a student has been, and how your references have also rated you. So we do take a lot into consideration, but we try to accommodate preferences or something similar to your preferences wherever possible. So Royal Perth Bentley Group, we offer, we have wellness officers and we have a great wellness team. We also have some of our staff that do the Benstato program, which is looking at how to have difficult conversations and how to have that nice work-life balance. So we do have other programs that are available. As one of our facilitated learning sessions, we also have the wellness team come in and actually present a couple of sessions a year, just so that you can see what else you can do to have that work-life balance and how to work within yourself to be fulfilled in your career, as well as also looking at things outside the hospital. So Kathleen has just answered to the question that was asking about the 2 preferences at Armidale Health Service. Yes, you can have 2 preferences at AKG. Okay, I think you said you don't get to choose which hospital, 6 months mental health. Yes, so if you're interested in the comprehensive program that Bentley offers, which is 6 months general nursing and 6 months mental health, you would still apply to the Royal Perth Bentley Group registered nurse pool, and in your preferences, you would select general nursing and mental health as the top 2, but during your interview, you specify you'd like to work at Bentley, and that is where we would preference your application. We can't always guarantee a particular site, but if you're interested in mental health nursing and general health nursing, usually we will get you to work at Bentley. Theatres is a very highly competitive area and also an area that many people like to work in. The number of positions at Armidale, and this is the same for Bentley as well as Royal Perth, is really dependent on what our numbers require at the time. So we can't give you an actual number for how many graduates we take. 1 year it might be 2, it could be 5, it could be more than that. So we can never actually put a number to it. But if operating theatres is what you're interested in doing, then you do need to make sure you put that as your first preference for Armidale. And if you're interested in doing theatres at Bentley or at Royal Perth, then you would apply to the Royal Perth Bentley Group RN pool as your first preference. And in your selection of preferences in the survey, you would identify that theatres is where you'd like to be placed.
Thanks so much, Rebecca. Was there any other questions from the audience? Just while we're waiting to see if anyone pops any more questions in the chat, just to let you know, my name's Mel. I'm a Senior Nursing Officer from the Chief Nursing and Midwifery Office with the Grad Connect team. I'm going to be your MC for this afternoon. Throughout the day, there'll be a QR code popping up so that you can provide feedback on this virtual forum. So we'd appreciate if you get the chance to please give us feedback so that we can improve as we go forward. Don't see any more questions. In that case, thank you so much, Rebecca, for your presentation on the programs available at East Metropolitan Health Service.
Thanks, Mel.